sorry you won't come in and have a cup of tea with us. But it was a right nice ride in your fine limousine. And you, Mr. Thackeray, you've done everything very nice, too. Well, I'll see to you.
Hey, love, you're back. You're back mighty quick.
Hey, just finished the table.
Oh, I just finished the table.
It's a nice spread.
Oh, looks mighty nice. I can see you understand. You must be proper used to it.
Hi, highly recommended.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Oh, yes, I do all funeral teas and weddings if they want them done private like. But mind you, I've never done a cremation before. I usually do funerals with ham, but didn't feel right doing it just with a cremation, so I did chicken and cucumber.
Oh, I see, yes, and very nice, too, very nice. I see what you mean.
And the paper napkins you had in the drawer had Merry Christmas on them. So I made so bold as to go to the corner market and pick up ones with violets on the corners. Violets being more appropriate, like being purple. Sort of half mourning.
Oh, yes. I see you do understand.
Yes.
Thank you.
Let me take a seat.
Well, as there's only the four of us, Mrs. Ellis, why don't you join us and have a cup of tea?
Oh, no. I know me place. Wouldn't be proper to sit with the mourners.
All very right and proper.
Yes. Well, your ladies are settled, so I will go and make the tea.
It were quite nice. But it's too bad there weren't more folks to come. I mean, we've not seen anybody much since our renewal rehoused us. Oh, it's not like the old days. Like when we were in the old building, none so friendly.
Not at all.
Oh,
Hot water must be nice. It's odd that he was cremated, yes? I've never been to a cremation before.
oh yes, he was. And I don't know as I owes with these modern ideas, but Uncle Jacob paid into the cremation fund, and he had that club, and so we must do what he wanted.
Well, it seems like you've done them very well with the tea. A fancy spread.
No. Yes, it's very nice.
Jacob's always had a craze.
Jacob always did have a crave
Yes,
for
he
the
always
clubs,
did have
didn't
a
he?
crave for the clubs, and he was always joining them. You know, he joined the Christmas Club and the Rotary Club, and but I don't think he knew what he was letting himself in for with this one.
It's a pity there weren't more.
Yes, as I said, it was quite a pity there weren't more folks to be at the service.
Yeah.
Well, we're none of us as chummy as we once were.
No, that's true.
Oh, sorry it took so long, ladies. I couldn't find a tea. Do you want milk and sugar?
Oh, yes, please.
I'm sorry, I don't think I met you before, Mrs.
Booth is the name.
I presume you was a friend of Jacob's, Mrs. Booth?
Oh, no, I never met him. At least I don't think I did. Though it's very probable that I did, as I'm 77, and according to the paper, you were 80.
Aye, 80 come Christmas.
It said into memoriam he used to work in the mill, and I was a doffer before I got laid off, so... No, I just always goes to the funerals. Oh, you have to take your pleasures where you can when you're on the pension.
Well, I can't see the arm, and it did fill the limousine up, and having an older lady with us did atone.
Do you... I always go to the weddings and to church. Do you, Mrs. Booth?
Oh, no, I think not. No, one bride in white is the same as another. No, funerals, they're much more interesting. And besides, you get a free tea. But I must say, I have not been to a cremation like this before.
Was it really?
Was it very,
Oh, nay, we saw not. No, but it was strange, us going twice.
Twice? That was queer.
Well, we went to the service on Monday, then the lawyer said we must go today and pick up the remains according to Jacob's will.
Oh, yeah, it did seem rather fast. We were sort of in and then we were right out. But it must have cost quite a bit having that limousine twice.
Oh, no, all provided for. All provided for with Jacob's will.
Oh, well, that was very kind of him to provide for both of those rides. Did you have 2 teas?
Oh, no, we just had a cup of coffee at the co-op the first time.
I must have missed that.
Do have a cup of tea with us, Mrs. Ellis.
oh, no. I'll have mine when you're gone. I'll tidy and then I'll make up the fire. Shall I mash another pot?
It could do with it could have another spoonful of tea.
Aye. Well, I've got plenty of tea now, and it won't take me a minute to take the kettle's on to boil.
No.
You ladies weren't gone very long. You were very quick about it.
Aye, it weren't, and we'd have no time to really enjoy the ride, and nobody saw us. Well, we did stop at the traffic light, but nobody saw us there. Well, except the minister's wife, and she keeps herself to herself, more's the pity.
Yeah, and I brought this hat specially to show my respects for Uncle Jacob.
I never wore a hat before neither, though it did seem very proper for a funeral and all.
You know, when I was young, we used to wear shawls. There's not like a shawl for wrapping up a baby. Oh, it's just easy to slip on and slip out, too. You could just wrap a baby right up in your arm and put it on your hip and then wrap yourself up, too.
Oh, have you had a family, Mrs. Booth?
Oh, I as a lad in Canada. But I don't think I'll ever see him again. It's over far away. But he does send me a Christmas card. I just miss the old days.
Yeah, I do too.
My mom said there was more to do.
My mom said there was more to do, like there was the great rest riding galas. Do you remember the fireworks? And the Mandas went up into the balloon.
I remember him going up. Did he ever come down?
Not as I ever heard Mom say.
Oh. You know, what I miss the most is the trams. Yeah. Yeah, they took them away when I was 8. We couldn't sleep. We used to just lie awake, listening to them not coming.
Well, they're gone now, like Jacob.
Yeah.
I wonder why he wanted his dust.
I wonder why he wanted his ashes and dust scattered on the cricket pitch.
Why, you were a great man for sports, were Uncle Jacob.
I don't know as how he were. No. He enjoyed a bit of a calamity more than that. He was vindictive, he were. Yeah. He liked it best when someone got the bat in the eye. Yeah. You remember,
Well, I don't know. Maybe you're right. But we must not speak ill of the dead.
oh, that's right. But he did enjoy a bit of a calamity. Yeah. Well, you remember when the bomb fell on the station and he rushed right down there? And then he was upset because he found out that,
Jacob were his name.
I can't remember, that friend of his, he wasn't there. He wasn't working on that ship.
No, that Willie Jackson.
Yeah, Willie Jackson, that was his name. I had a terrible time.
He
with
was
names.
right put out about that.
Fancy that.
Yeah.
All the same, he did like watching the cricket.
All the same, he did like watching the crickets.
Look up for Yorkshire.
He always stuck up for Yorkshire, that he did.
Well, maybe he just wanted all of us to get ashes in our eyes.
Oh, maybe.
I know he liked to watch him bat.
So, would you ladies like some more tea? You'll have just enough time. before you go.
Oh, yeah, oh, yes, we will it all. You know, funerals is thirsty work.
Nice to be waited on.
You know, it's very nice to be waited on like this. I've done naught today but make me bed.
Oh.
Always makes me bed because I like to think that if I were in an accident, I'd be comfortable knowing me bed was made when they brought me home.
Oh, yeah.
But if you was in an accident, they'd take you to the hospital.
Oh, yeah, I guess they would. And the beds are always made there, stands to reason. But this is still a nice change of pace.
I still keep wondering why Mr. Starkey wanted his ashes scattered onto Cricket Field.
Maybe so that Yorkshire would get us ashes.
Oh. Well, I knew you and Jacob never saw eye to eye, but I didn't think that you would say that sort of thing about him.
Well, I know it's not right, and we must not speak ill of the dead, but I still think he wanted us to go there and get ashes in our eyes.
Oh.
Now, where's the flower?
Now, where's the flowers? I know the club sent a nice spray, I just remembered. That should be on the table.
Well, I know we was to have taken him to the hospital on our way to back from the scattering.
But we didn't take them to the cremation.
No.
Well, they were here when we finished tea.
Wait, they must be here.
But I don't see them.
Well,
When we finish the tea, we might go stand around the coffin.
well, they are here. When we finish the tea, we might go stand around the coffin. I always think that's the right, proper thing to do.
Often. Urn?
We haven't got one.
No.
Oh, the Undertaker will bring it back.
Did he say so?
No, he said he wouldn't be back.
Oh, we didn't bring nothing back with us.
No.
Well, it was only us.
We must have left it.
But it was just us and the Undertaker.
That's just
Yeah,
like
that's all.
Uncle Jacob.
Oh, that's just like Uncle Jacob to get himself lost. Remember that time he took us to the fireworks? We didn't see sight nor sound of him from the time we arrived until we had to go find him to go home.
You know, I don't think it is decent to talk about getting lost at the fireworks under the present circumstances.
Now, you ladies will sum up. I think you have just enough time before you have to get ready to go and do your last sad duty.
I don't know what we're going to say to her.
I don't know.
There must have been something somewhere.
There must have been something somewhere.
No.
Oh, we must have something somewhere.
No, that's right. There was.
Well,
Oh,
I
yes.
remember something. After we waited, the Undertaker gave me a sort of a tea jar thing, and I thought not of it, and I put it.
Oh, we've drunk him. We've drunk Uncle Jacob. Oh.
I'll never sleep again.
Oh.
And I'm never drinking tea again. I'm going home. This is too much for me.
Nay.
I am sticking to funerals from now on.
Nay,
Oh.
nay, you mustn't go. Sit down, Mrs. Booth, sit down.
No, I am going. I have had a right bellyful.
Now that's a right gruesome thing to say. Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, she's going to have one of her
Oh,
turns.
oh, my.
Get her a sip of brandy. It's in the sideboard over there. Sit down, Sarah. Sit down. Sit down, Sarah.
Why is the sideboard locked?
Oh, well, then give her a cup of tea.
Oh no, I'm not drinking the tea. That's full of Jacob Starkey. Oh dear, oh.
Start staring mad.
I'm gonna go stark staring mad. I swear I will be mad.
Now, just calm down. Now. I mean,
Why is the sideboard locked?
Why is the sideboard locked?
I put the big insurance money in it, and I closed it and locked it before we went to the cremation.
Well, then we must have drunk them because the tea were in the sideboard.
You must have given it to her before we went to the cremation and you forgot.
No, I might have done it after, but I didn't do it before. I don't know what I did after.
Let's get the sideboard open and then we'll know.
Well, how could we do that? We've lost the key.
Where is the key?
You have it.
I've forgotten where I put it.
Well, look in your handbag, you great gorp.
Look in your pocket.
Yeah. You may have dropped it. Did
I
you
don't
drop
think
it?
so. Oh, unless it's on the floor. How I remembered.
Yes.
Where is it?
I put it in me in book, in the heavenly door.
The heavenly door? Have you gone off your head, Sarah?
Oh, she lost her chump.
No. I put it in the hymn book in case we were going to sing the hymn again.
Okay.
I'll get it.
Yeah, I don't think much of the choice of the hymn.
Well, it were better and more appropriate than what Uncle had picked out. For those his favorite were for those in peril in the sea. Should have been for those in peril in the tea.
Sarah, pull yourself together.
Here's the key.
There's the key. Control
You
yourself,
better
Sarah.
go and lie down.
No, not until we get that sideboard open.
Well, now, let's go see if the tea jar is in there.
Where's the hymn book?
She got it already, love.
Right here. Okay.
All right,
I'm sorry, I must be a little daft.
I hope
Leave
that
out
tea. I hope that tea is not in the sideboard.
It is.
Oh! We've drunk him. We've drunk Uncle Jacob. And now we've not to take to the cricket grounds.
Oh, dear.
We have to take something.
Yeah, we have to take something. We have to have something the neighbors will all be watching.
Oh,
I know.
We could take the teapot.
We'll get some ashes out of the fireplace and you find a box or something.
can't take the teapot. That Murgatroyd gave that to her.
Murgatroyd gave me that.
Well, let's take something to
but
the
let's
ground
get
to
some
Get
scatter.
ashes, get a box. Do
Here's
something.
the caddy. Oh, that probably is
Some
rest
ashes.
from Black Book. No, that will not work.
Oh.
Probably
Maybe
needs
the cream all the
some
coffee
kind of
jar.
a jar. Yes, a jar would be better.
Yeah, a jar.
Okay.
A jar would be better.
What's wrong with you?
It says cremola toffee.
Well, what did you expect it to say? Cinder coffee?
Okay, get it emptied.
All right. Let's see. Oh, there's an awful lot of toffee in here.
I can't find any ashes. She cleaned this too good. There's no ashes here. Why would she take all the ashes away?
Oh, Martha, what?
Don't lose your head.
Oh, not me yet. I lost me hand. So sticky in there.
Is it all out? This teapot's giving me the creeps. You know, one time I went to see a film called A Christmas Carol, and a door knocker turned into the ghost of Jacob's Marley. This teapot turned into the ghost of Jacob Starkey. I can feel the room growing cold.
Well, now you're using inside information.
I know I shall be scared to. I know I shall hear things go bump in the neat.
I've lost me in book. I've lost Uncle Jacob.
Not lost, but gone before. Now, if you ladies will arrange yourselves, I think that if Mrs. Murgatroyd and Miss Starkey were to go in front and hold the flowers, and then Miss Parker and Mrs. Booth were to follow behind, and then I follow with the cremations, I think it would look very proper.
With the remains?
Well, Oh, yes, the undertaker gave them to me, and I put the casket in the front bedroom with the flowers in front, all very proper like.
Oh, very proper.
Oh, very proper.
Oh, very proper, love.
Highly recommended.
Okay, now we just get
Okay.
get your coats, and here's the flowers, and I'll follow behind and see you to the limousine, and then I'll tidy all up. Oh, good, you got the cupboard opened. I couldn't find the key anywhere. So, Mrs. Murgatroyd, you owe me 8 pence for the tea. I ran down to the corner shop to get some. Folks don't like to be upset at times like this.
No, no, you don't. All very proper. All very proper.
I need some tea now. Hold this the rain. I'll make some rush. Martha, Sarah, come back! You've gone without Uncle Jacob!
Hey, Martha, what's illuminations for?
Well, we gotta make something of it. We gotta make some sort of show. Well, it's not right just leaving him over there on the sideboard with the rent book and the football pools.
It's not nice having him on the table. Oh, I'm tired of him eating. I don't know that I'll be happy eating on the table after we get shot of him.
Well, we have been long enough the last time, but having to do it twice.
Oh, nay, Martha, not cremating him twice, just a scattering.
Yeah, well, we'll make sure we get the right casket this time.
Where's the other one?
Outside in the coal hole. We'll make sure we get the right one.
Right one's on the table.
But it's right, the right one is here on the table with the candles around it.
Well, I don't know as I old with candles, but flowers would be all right.
No.
Singly, kindly light.
What do you think is going to happen? You think he's going to fly away? Or are we going to sing lead kindly light?
Oh, now, Sarah, don't get excited. Keep your head. You know, if you hadn't lost your head the last time, we'd have taken the right casket then. But, you know, well, anyhow, we got to do something and make some show of it.
You know, I thought it was funny.
But we did think it was awfully funny, though, there at the cricket pitch with it all just coming out like dust.
Especially when out fell those 3 green shield stamps in a plastic teaspoon.
Oh, well, you know, you should have recognized the tea caddy. We've had it for years. And you know, it belonged to Grandma Starkey. You remember Grandpa Starkey's funeral. And the tea, buried in Amy was, with sherry and funeral biscuits. Yeah. And then the reading of the will. Jacob, oh, he always wanted that tea caddy. He were right put out when he didn't get it.
Well, he got it in the end and finally got it all, didn't he?
No, he got his own tea caddy right there. He wanted that other one, you know, to keep his wine recipes in. Yeah.
Maybe the other one were a cremation cat.
Maybe the other one were a cremation caddy already.
No.
Maybe Grandmother Starkey kept it. I wouldn't put it past her.
No.
Waste not, want not. That were her motto.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Maybe Grandfather Starkey's ashes were in it.
Oh, could have been.
What are you supposed to do with it?
But
But what I want to know, so after the ashes are scattered, what are you supposed to do with the casket? Send it back for a refill?
Oh, now, Sarah, don't start that. Oh, we had enough the last time, yeah. Anyhow, they did not cremate people in the olden days. No, that's a newfangled idea, you know, like long hair and electric ovens.
What have electric ovens got to do with it?
Well, you know, our electric oven, well, you know, you couldn't have, well, you know, I took it all day just to make a rice pudding.
Well, people got cremated in prehistorical times. I know that. I learned it at school.
Well, Grandpa Starkey weren't that old. How old is prehistorical?
Oh, it was before his time, I should imagine.
Yeah, well, it would be, wouldn't it? Well, yeah, well, anyhow.
What time is it?
Yeah, what time is it anyway?
Oh, it's 7 o'clock.
Well, anyway, we told them 7. I wonder where they are.
We better do it in the dark.
Yeah, we better do this whole thing in the dark. You know, we don't want the neighbors watching and knowing what we're doing. After all, it's embarrassing.
I know. Neighbors.
Oh, well, there's somebody at the door. It'll be Mrs. Ellis or the other one, and you go see. Now, if it's the insurance man, you tell him to come back next week. And if it's anybody else, tell him we're out.
Come in, Mrs. Ellis.
And sit you down.
Very much. Is that
Aye, it's Jacob.
what? Oh, I had wondered what happened to him when you all went off into taxi without him, and with the tea caddy. I couldn't catch you guys, so I put him on the sideboard with my black scarf around him. It looked very nice, it did.
Yeah, very thoughtful. Very nice indeed.
Well, Martha, what does it want from me? You want another tea?
Oh, nay, I couldn't go through that again.
Well, I only does teas for funerals and weddings and christenings, and you two are...
Yeah, we're beyond a wedding or a christening, and we're not dead yet.
Well, then what do you want from me?
Well, we've had a letter
A letter? Who from?
from Jacobs.
From Jacob?
Mm-hmm.
You mean he's not dead?
Oh.
Well, who did you cremate? Who did you scatter? Oh my gosh, I've got to go home.
No.
If you cremated the wrong chap, I have not to do with it.
No, sit down, sit down. He's dead, all right. He's dead, all right. Jacob's dead, right enough, and we've scattered nothing but a pound of tea.
Wicked waste, tea being the price that it is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how did you get a letter from him if he's been cremated?
Well, we found it in his drawers.
In his chest of drawers?
Yeah, in his woolen drawers, his long ones. Yeah, it was all folded up inside, and so we have the letter here, and it says on the front of it, to be read out to all as was present after my send-off after the tea.
Well, I've not to do with it. I'm not family. I only does teas.
Well, it says to be read out to all those present. And you, Mrs. Ellis, were present.
Doing what Jacob says, otherwise.
And we will do what he wants us to do, or he may come back as a haunt.
He already has getting letters from the dead.
Well,
Right when we get shot of him. I'm sick of having me meals in the kitchen.
I can't wait to get shot of him. I'm sick to death of having my meals off in a mangle in the kitchen.
Sarah.
Well, I don't know. This just beats all. Anyhow, there were 5 of us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, Mrs. Parker can't come. She's gone.
To
To join Jacob?
Oh, no, gone to join the old folks in Blackpool for the holidays. It's cheaper to go in October.
Oh, and there were that other lass, Mrs.
Booth, yeah. Well, we remembered her name, but we didn't remember her address, and so we advertised
Oh, where?
in the local paper.
Oh,
We put in, would anybody who knows the whereabouts of a Mrs. Booth who attended the cremation tea of Jacob Starkey, please come to his house on Wednesday, October 31st, where she will learn something to her advantage.
I don't know what you wanted to put that in for.
Sarah, Martha was right to put that in. You always put that in a notice in the paper.
Well, all she is likely to get is scared out of her bloomers. I know I am.
Oh, Sarah, this is neither the time nor the place to be talking about bloomers.
Why not? You were going on about Jacob's drawers. What's different about it? I am scared. Getting letters from the grave.
But he's not in the grave, he was cremated.
That's true.
Well, he should have burnt his letters up with him. Letters from the dead, coming back and giving us the creeps. Why doesn't he stay dead like other folks do?
Well, he always liked to be different, did Jacob?
I'll say.
Oh, that'll be Mrs.
Oh, go ding let her in.
It's so nice of you to ask me around to tea again. Half the street's been by to show me the paper. I've never had my name in the paper before. Who's dead now? Oh my God.
Well, come in and have a seat, Mrs. Booth.
No, not me. Funerals I will do. Cremations, no. I have had to drink coffee since the last time. Not tea, I won't touch it. And coffee gives me the wind. I am gone.
No, don't go, Mrs. Booth. Come back.
What?
Jacob asked for you to be here.
How could he? I told you I didn't even know that I knowed him. And besides, I never heard of a body asking for anybody.
Well, he didn't. We've had a letter.
I never heard of a body writing no letters either. And what are all those candles for? If you're all having a seance, I am definitely not stopping. Last time I went, the table flew up and hit me in the face, knocking my glasses off. You know, the medium said it was Alf, my husband, but he never hit me when he was alive. You know, I'd have killed him if he so much as tried. And if that one's going to help him, I am definitely leaving, and I'm going home, and I'm putting my head under the bedclothes. Halloween is bad enough with them kids and their turnip lanterns scaring the daylights out of me without him.
Well,
She's right, it is Halloween.
She's right. It is Halloween. Mischief night.
It's All Souls Night, when the dead rise up out of their graves, and that is what he's going to do, wearing his winding sheets.
He can't, he wasn't even wearing his nightshirt.
Well, if he was, there'd be nothing left of it if he burnt up.
that's true.
I'm leaving.
Sit down, Miss Booth.
Sit down, Mrs. Booth.
Yeah, right.
Let me read what he said.
What's he say?
Well, I suppose I should open the envelope.
Well, you'll know not to do not if you don't.
Okay. Oh, there's another envelope. With writing on it.
Well, what does it say?
It says, I, Jacob Starkey, demand that all the company here shall drink my health in my own brewed wine.
Well, how the heck can we drink to his health when he's dead?
Well, I don't know.
You ever drank this wine in your life?
I don't know. But we must do what he said.
I know, I never drank his wine when he was alive, but you didn't either.
No.
It was always boiling and bubbling and blowing and sticking up the house.
Oh, yeah.
We can't drink it. I poured it down the sink.
Well, then Warsaki's gonna come back and haunt us.
No. I think there's still 2 bottles in the sideboard. Remember, there were 4, but 2 of them exploded.
Oh, I remember the bookcase fell off of the ceiling and the dog next door had a fit.
Yeah.
Well, what, did he put in a gunpowder?
Nay. Only dandelions and nettles and groundsel and cowslip and anything else you could find in the hedge.
Well, I get all that from my rabbit.
Oh.
I hope he doesn't explode or else the thing goes to Christmas dinner. All right, let's have a look.
All right.
Oh, smells like senna tea.
Oh.
It's nettle wine.
No, I think it's nettle wine.
Well, maybe it'll have the same effect. I guess I shouldn't wonder. What's in that other one?
Dandelion.
Well, too many dandelions have a very funny effect on my rabbit. That's all I'll say.
Just a little.
Stitch ads.
Oh, nay. You know what we called them when we were kids.
When we were kids, right?
Oh, well, let's get it over with.
Let's get this over with. Thank you for the dandelion. All right. You know, if I thought that this was all I was getting to my advantage, I would not have come traipsing in the dark, I'll tell you that.
Mr. Jacob.
Good health, Jacob Starkey.
Wherever he is, up or down.
Oh, now, careful. Mind the rug, Sarah. You know, when them bottles exploded, they ate a hole right through the bottom of the sideboard. There's a floor.
To Jacob.
Wherever he is, up or down.
Oh, that has a kick to it. That almost killed me. Oh, are you sure it isn't brass polish?
No, it tastes more like paint remover. I rather like it. I'll have me another.
You have a much stronger stomach than I have, lass. Well, is that all?
Oh, just a minute. Something else in here. Let's see, what is it? It's a will.
A will? What did Jacob to leave? The apartment, the house was rented, and we used a bit of insurance money for the decree. T'other do.
What does he say?
Oh, well, it says, I, Jacob Elkanah Starkey, being of sound mind.
That's a laugh. They were proper daft as a brush.
It's enough, Sarah. Never speak ill of the dead. They might come back and haunt you.
Oh, we already has, sending us letters from the grave.
Yes, if he's going to spend the rest of his life.
And you know what? If he decided that he will come back and spend the rest of his life and my life in the middle of the table, then I'm going to use him as a centerpiece.
For shame, Sarah. Go on, Martha.
Okay. Being of sound mind, do bequeath all my money to my sisters, and to any friends who turn up at my send-off, I leave 10 pounds apiece. But as I hereby state that I never had any friends during my lifetime, I shall be interested to see who turns up when I'm dead.
Well, why did he put that in? How can he be here to see who's here when he's already gone?
He already is. Sitting in plunk in the middle of the table, presiding over this booze up.
Sarah, don't get us hysterical, I beg you, please. settle down.
Maybe this is a seance.
I'm not hysterical. Right now, I can't remember what I am.
You know, there might be something in seances. Alf might have hit me with that table to knock off my glasses to see if it was me. I had a different pair when he was alive. Although, I would have preferred if he'd used something other than a table. I had a black eye for weeks. Now, I'll take my 10 pounds and go.
Oh, we haven't seen any money.
No?
Is there anything left to read?
Well,
Yes. I directed that my ashes.
we don't know, okay. I direct that my ashes be scattered on the cricket pitch so that my ghost will my dust will mingle with the grass until I rise up to heaven on the glorious day of resurrection.
Oh, he's gonna have a job of that.
Why is that?
Well, they roped it off for flats today. If you spread him there, he's gonna be under tons of concrete. Oh, imagine that, the judgment day, and him trying to heave 10-story flats off his chest.
Well, we might take him to the cemetery and scatter him there.
Oh, yeah.
It's black outside.
It is pitch black outside. It is as black as the inside of the mill chimney. And if you think I'm going plunking around the cemetery in the middle of the night, hugging Jacob to my bosoms and all Halloween, then you are very mistaken.
Sarah,
We must put him somewhere.
Sarah, control yourself.
It's got to go somewhere.
Well, what shall we do with them?
Well, we can't take him to the cemetery anyway, because the cemetery is shut. It's closed. It closes at dark, keeps the spooks in and us out. Besides, it has lots of spears and spikes and stuff on the top that makes it impossible to climb over.
Carry your drum.
I know. We can just take him to the cemetery and chuck him over the gate.
Sarah, I will not have my brother chucked over anything. Chuck him over indeed.
Oh, why not? Why not? He was chucked out of the Star Garter Saturday night. That's only what he's used to.
Why don't we just put him on the fire?
You can't put him on the fire because we already did. He's creamy. You put coal on the fire, not ashes, because ashes would put the fire out. You have to put coal, and he's nothing but Asher. What was I gonna say?
All fall down?
No, he's nothing but ashes and 4 little teeth.
Sarah, how do you know that?
Because I opened the casket and I looked, and there they were. 4 little teeth, one here, one there, one here and one there, same as zero.
Why did you open the box?
But why?
Because I thought maybe we really did scatter him. Maybe we really did put his ashes out there. And besides, I forgot he was in there and I wanted a cup of tea.
Oh.
What else does he say?
What else does it say?
Oh, what else does it say? Well, let me see. says, the money is in my,
Well, go on.
I can't, there's a block there.
Let me read it.
All right.
The money is in my books.
Books.
Books?
Well, how would I know? He's not my brother.
Well, I will go look.
You do that.
Well, here's the Holy Bible, that's for you.
All right.
And we have the railway timetable for 1906. And Old Moore's Almanac. The Clock Almanac. Gardener's World. Good Wives and Little Women. It still makes me sad after dying so young.
Pull yourself together, honey.
Oh, and Pig Keeper's Weekly. Did we ever possess a pig, Martha?
Of course not. Where would we keep it?
I don't know. Poor little piggy. Nowhere to shelter. Nowhere to go.
Pull yourself together, Martha.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, we must be happy. Oh. And there's 2 library books. Jacob should have taken these back months and months and months ago. Oh, and there's the dictionary, and that's a lot.
Well, there's definitely not in this lot.
No.
I seem to remember another book somewhere. Oh, I know. It's in Jacob's bedroom, holding his chair up.
Why is it holding his chair up?
Oh, well, because one leg's a little shorter than the other. Not Jacob's, it's the chair. Or maybe it's just that the floor is not straight. That's entirely possible because we get a lot of shines.
Subside yourself, Sarah. Sit down. I'll go get it.
I hope she finds that money. £10 would be right, champion. You know, I put most of it away for Christmas, but I would send my son in Australia a book. My grandson.
Oh, have you a grandson? You told us about a son.
Oh, aye, he has a little lad.
Oh, what's he like?
Oh, he's wonderful. A right champion. Grand little lad. I've never met him. Don't suppose I ever will. But he did paint me a picture last Christmas. Painted it all by himself. I don't know which way is up, but it's right, Bonnie. I've got it on my mantel shelf where everyone can see it.
By gum, I bet you'd prize that.
Oh, I am and all. I love it.
There it is. It's the telephone directory for London, 1956, A to D.
Why do we have a telephone directory for London? We don't possess a telephone.
Well, went for 10 cents at the jumble sale. Jacob thought he would read it on cold nights, but he never did.
And he never will now.
Well, it's for a daft thing to buy. Oh, let's see. Well, there's no money in here, but look. 6 pages of brown.
Really?
Isn't that sad?
What's so sad about it? That there's no money in it?
No, six pages of browns and nobody knows which is which.
No pounds, only browns.
All browns, no pounds. Isn't that sad?
Jacob's pulling our leg. Jacob's pulling our leg. Let's chuck him in the cemetery.
I know. Let's just take him to the cemetery and chuck him over the gates and then go to bed.
Oh, let me have another look at that will.
Hey, you'll see nuts that I can't. I've had these glasses for 30 years and they're as good as the day I bought them at Woolworths.
Well, that is a maybe. But let me see. It says the money is in mine. Looks like boots to me.
Boots?
Did you say boots?
Boots.
Well, you gave old Jacob's boots away yesterday to the vicar for the jumble sale.
So I did. Yes, I did.
Oh, my, when's the jumble sale?
The jumble sale is on All Saints Day. Church always has a jumble sale on All Saints Day because it's an All Saints church. Although, what a bunch of saints want with a bunch of old clothes and a lot of doodads and whatnots, I just don't know.
Martha, it's All Saints Day tomorrow.
Well, go ring up the vicar and tell him to stop until he's had a look at Jacob's boots.
I do. Take the phone book.
First of all, the vicar does not live in London. Secondly, the nearest telephone box is a half a mile away. And lastly, I do not know the vicar's name.
How can you not know the vicar's name? What do you call him when he comes to visit?
Vicar. We just call him vicar. He answers very nicely to that.
Well, look in the parish magazine. His name's sure to be on the front of that.
Yes.
I will go check. Oh, there it is.
Well, what's his name?
No, I don't know. I was referring to my knitting pattern. I lost it when I was knitting my jumper and on the front, and the front is not at all like the back.
Sarah, you've been knitting on yon jumper for ages. Where is that parish book? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay.
Well,
No,
what's his name?
his name is Smith. Go look it up, Sarah, and call him.
Schmidt? Oh, how many? There's so many. Smith, and besides, did you know that it's raining cats and dogs outside?
Well, put your boots on.
I can't do it at the cobbler's.
Well, put mine on.
I can't, they're 2 sizes too small.
Then put on Jacob's.
I thought you'd given those away.
Oh, not as Willie's. A scarecrow wouldn't thank you for them. Out of the coal hole where they always were.
Well, I'll go get them. You get your Mac on, and then you can get in and call the vicar.
This is going to take all night. Schmidt.
I'll go get the boots.
Schmidt. Oh, there's one.
I hope that she gets there before the vicar gives them boots away.
Oh, so do I. My, what I could do with 10 pounds.
Well, if Jacob meant for us to have it, then we'll have it.
Pity we didn't have a seance.
Oh, let's try.
Dare we?
Jacob Starkey, are you there? Jacob, if you want us to have 10 pounds, knock twice. Oh, don't answer that, it's Jacob!
Don't be silly, it's Martha with his boots.
Okay, sit yourself down there, Sarah. Put your boots on.
Well, maybe a walk will clear her head.
Either my feet have grown or these boots have shrunk.
Oh, don't be so helpless and hopeless.
Well, I can't get my foot in it. It feels like something's in it. Feels like Jacob's feet.
Let's see.
Eh?
It's money. It's pounds and pounds of...
Well, by gum! Jacob weren't such a bad old stick after all.
Well, hurry up and get it all out so I can put the boots on and go figure out which Smith, if I can find his blasted number.
Sarah, we don't have to call the vicar anymore because we found the money.
Oh, hip hip hooray!
Yeah.
How much?
Pounds and pounds of it. Yeah. You got me talking like you now. Okay.
Oh, that's because you're drunk. Serves you right.
Okay. Here's your 10 pounds.
Oh,
And here's your 10 pounds.
oh my.
Oh, thank you very much, I'm sure.
Oh, I can't get over this. Oh, but he must have been a good man after all. Hey, you know what? Give him to me. I'll scatter him on my way home in the bushes and the dandelions. Maybe one day we'll drink him in some homemade wine like we did in the tea. Nobody's ever given me aught for naught before. Okay, get us a paper bag and we'll put him in it.
Well, here's the paper bag right here. Is there any more writing in that will?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, yes, there is. Okay, and it says, and having provided for my sisters, who provided reluctantly for me, I shall now depart in peace and maybe trouble them no more.
Why did he say that? He was not much trouble. Trouble is a misfortune with him.
Well,
What did he mean by maybe?
Oh, here's a paper bag.
Yes, yes.
And we'll all stand around it reverently.
Okay.
Yeah, you're singing.
I'm going to sing him.
You know, you do that. We'll all join in.
We plow the fields with scatter our Jacob on the ground, for we will never know where he will be found. We find him in the coffee, we find him in the tea, but if he should show up on the table, he'll be too much for me.
Oh, Sarah, may you be forgiven.
Okay. All right, Jacob, depart in peace.
He has what? Departed in peace. It's empty. It's gone with the wind. He must be in the coal hole in the other one.
it's a wild meat.
Sit you down. Aye, bearing gifts, are you?
Only a few parcels.
Nice.
I see you've gotten the tree out, Martha.
Aye. Yeah, we must do something, you know. You're just about to see me out, I think.
You do think it's right to have them decorations up with Jacob so recently gone?
Oh, I don't know. There's not so many Christmases left, you know. We should celebrate.
You know, with him left
And
out.
anyway, he's not really gone.
Isn't what?
Oh, no, not so as you could notice, anyway.
Why? Where is he?
He's out in the coal hole. Yeah.
Oh, so that is why you have all the coal stacked up in the yard. It's
Yeah.
going to be a bit difficult getting in, Marta. It's like climbing over the tip.
Aye. I've got both of the caskets in there. You know,
Sarah gets hysterical.
Does Sarah get hysterical if you bring him in?
Oh, yeah, I can't bring him in the house. She just does get hysterical. She won't have him in here.
Well, I can't understand why you can't get shot of him.
How'd you try to get shot of? Why, you leave him on the bus, and the conductor comes galloping after you, bringing him to you. You drop him in the cut, and a bunch of kids hoist him out, and then you have to give him a reward. You leave him in the park, and the attendant comes galloping after you with him. You know, if it had been a bomb, I could have left it on the city hall steps and no one would have given a blind bit of notice.
On the road, I thought Mrs. Booth was going to scatter him along the hedges to fertilize the rabbits.
Huh?
I meant for the ashes to fertilize the grounds, to make dandelions grow for the rabbits, so as to have a better Christmas dinner.
No. I call that cannibalism anyway, but, no. Besides, she's gonna have a goose for Christmas with the 10 pounds that she got. No.
It reminds me.
What about it? Oh, you haven't had your 10 pounds yet.
Thank you, lass. Jacob were a right good soul, he was.
Oh, yes, he was. Oh, that must be Mrs. Spruce. Will you get it?
Put in this.
Oh, my God, Martha. It's going to be beginning to be such a scramble climbing over all those coal sacks out there. Why don't you tip them in the coal hole?
Well, I've got the other one in there. I got both of the caskets in there, so I can't tip the coal in anymore. And it's getting righty. I get two bags a week.
Has Mrs. Parker gotten her money yet?
Oh, yes.
And right thankful.
Oh, well, I think the dear departed's happy now that his wishes have been met and he's going to leave us in peace. What are you going to get with it, Mrs. Parker?
I was going to get me a new coat. I haven't had one for donkey's years.
Oh, well, I was getting a goose for Christmas. I don't need one anymore. I'll tell you all why later. So, I sent me grandson in Australia a new jumper and a stamp book and a gun.
How nice. And I got some new cups and saucers for me catering. And a nice set of warm bloomers. What you gonna get, Martha? Dee and Sarah.
200 pounds is just too much to spend. You know, 10 pounds is easy, but 200 is, it's just overwhelming.
200 pounds? Where did the old devil get that?
Well, that's just it. We don't know.
Do you think you robbed a bank?
Oh my God, I hope not. I already spent mine.
And
And you know, in the Argus, they say that they keep a track on all the numbers of the notes that have been stolen, and that they have invisible dye on them that show up on your hands a week later. You know, why is it every time I come to visit you and be neighborly, something terrible happens?
Oh, don't be so daft, Mrs. Booth. Those notes were donkey's years old.
Well, besides that, some of them were sovereigns.
Oh, how many?
Oh, about 50.
Well, now that's illegal. You could go to jail for hoarding gold. It's all to be kept in Fort Knox.
Where's that?
Oh, it's a big hole in the ground in America.
Oh, I'm not taking Jacob's sovereigns all the way to America just to stick them in a hole in the ground. You can stay in his boot where they are.
Well, I'm right pleased with my 10 pounds, and I have brought my wee jar to thank him.
A wheat jar? We've got enough caskets. Why did we need a wheat jar for?
No, not a wee jar, a Ouija. A Ouija. Like the one of these boards with the numbers and the letters on them. Oh, okay. We'll need a glass. Miss Parker, go get us a glass. Just put that back. All right. So, all right. Everybody's going to put their finger on it, and they close their eyes. And while you do, it moves around by itself, and we ask it questions, and it spells out the answers.
Well, how do we know what it says when we have our eyes shut?
Yeah. Well, we open them when it stops moving.
Oh.
Well, we can but try, you know. What happens?
Well, then his ashes will disappear in a puff of smoke after we say, Jacob Starkey, are you there? And he's there. And we tell him, okay, Jacob, thank you very much. Go away now. Depart in peace.
What's the point of that? It's not going to say aught.
Well, he might. We won't know until we try.
Well,
I think you've got this mixed up with a seance.
It's all the same thing.
Well, we might give it a try.
okay. Oh,
Where's Sarah anyhow?
Oh, right.
oh, well, she went out to buy some of that newfangled bread mix stuff.
What's
Now,
bread? What?
If she sees anything on the television, she has to try it, even aftershave lotion.
But what is bread mix?
Oh, it's some newfangled doodah. You just put the flour in, and because it already has yeast and salt in it, and then you stir it with a half a pint of water, and then you just plop it in the oven, and Bob's your uncle. The slogan is, there's no need to need.
I likes to knead bread myself. It's my system.
What system?
Well, I love homemade bread, but it gives me the win. So, I makes it and bakes it and eats it, but then I get the win. So that I make some more and I bake it and I knead it, and then that breaks the win, you see?
Oh!
I prefer bicarbonated soda. I never's made bread.
Oh, well then you should try cinder tea. You get a red hot poker and you stick it in a cup and then you drink the water while it fizzles. But I guess we really shouldn't do this without Jacob here.
I'll go and get him.
Do you want to get him?
Oh, he's out in the coal hole. I'll go get him.
Oh, here. I'll hold this lantern for you, otherwise you're gonna break your neck over that coal.
Oh, all right. I'm done being scared of him. I'll just go get him.
Check it to make sure. That way. All right. Now,
It's the right one.
all right. Everybody gather round and put your fingers on the glass.
Shove him behind the tree. He's giving me the creeds.
All right, we'll put him behind the tree. Yeah.
You gotta make it so he can poof out.
Poof out, yes. He's gonna rise in a puff of smoke.
Yes.
Yes, he'll rise in a puff of smoke. Now, everybody fingers.
It's a pity Sarah isn't here.
All right, whenever I saw this on the telly, a woman went into a trance, and I'm gonna see if I can do it.
Okay.
Jacob Starkey. Are you there, Jacob Starkey? Oh, you might get a red Indian.
A what?
A red Indian. They like to come over from the other side.
Well, if he does, I don't know he want no red Indian. Well, what do they eat anyway?
Curry.
What the heck is curry?
Never mind. If he comes over, he's not gonna stay. He won't like tea.
Oh, well, if he stays for tea, he's gonna get fatty cakes and tripe, same as the rest of us.
Last, we need to get in the right frame of mind.
Okay.
Let's all sing a hymn.
What hymn?
I only know Good King's Wenceslas.
That'll do. It's Christmas. Okay. Everybody close your eyes and start to sing.
Good King Wenceslas looked down on the feast of Stephen, where the sky lay round about, deep and crisp and even. Brightly shone the moon that night, though the frost was cruel. When a poor man came aside.
You having a carol party? I'll join you. Now just make the bread.
Hither, page, and stand by me, if thou know'st it telling. Yonder peasant, who is he? Where and
Are you
what
there,
is dwelling?
Jacob? Jacob.
Mountain,
Jacob Starkey.
a forest fence, by St. Andrew's bound.
Jacob. If you're there, say something, Jacob.
Jesus looked down on the feast of Stephen, where the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even. Brightly shone the moon.
Sarah!
Though
You mixed Jacob in with the bread! Oh, and he's starting to rise!
Oh, Jacob, how'd he get in there?
Who said he
Stop,
was
stop.
in a puff of
Oh,
smoke, not a yeasty lump?
Oh, sugar man, why is Jacob rising in the dough? Wait, put the light on, Martha, so you can see what's happening.
I can't. I took the light bulb out to
mixing
plug
here.
in the Christmas tree, and I don't know what I did with the light bulb.
Well, we must have some more bulbs.
Oh, we could have done that!
Done what?
Oh, planted bulbs in them! They would have been out by Christmas.
What are you talking about? What would have been out?
Crocuses or daffies, but I like crocuses myself. Oh, you can only grow the blue kind or the purple kind indoors. The white ones will always bolt. Oh man, he is rising. It's ectoplasm, that's what it is.
What the heck is ectoplasm?
Oh, it's how a body materializes. First it's in a gray mist, and then it's like putty, and then it takes shape. It'll be Jacob taking shape. Unless it's a red Indian.
I don't want a red Indian.
Oh, it's no good. He's up to the top of the casket now. But stop it before it gets into the room.
There, I've done
Oh my.
There, I've bunged some of it into the teapot.
before.
What?
I've been in there before.
Oh, God. Well, Jacob has been in there before.
Well, no, he hasn't. You only thought he was. Well, anyway, now he's half and half in the casket and half in the teapot.
Oh,
What is wrong?
oh, God. Jacob will be the death of me.
Coming out the spout.
He's coming out of the spout.
Oh, oh.
Well, take him into the shed where he belongs.
What are we gonna do?
Take him into the shed where he belongs.
No, he's been there before.
He's been everywhere before.
Well, besides, it'll take some explaining to do why we couldn't put him in a coal hole.
Oh yes, I get a delivery twice a week, and there's just no explaining to Herbert Fitzackerly. He brings it heck or high water.
And he wants his bags back.
Yes, he does.
Oh, dear. Oh.
Well, what are we gonna do?
Oh, Mrs. Ellis, you think of things. What are we going to do? What should we do?
Sit down, Sarah.
Sit down. Well, Sarah, calm down. Now, let's think this through.
You need a cup of tea.
Yes. Okay, now.
Oh, can't I with them rising out the spout?
Man, he really has a liking for that teapot.
Oh. What are we gonna do, Mrs. Ellis?
Yeah, he really likes that teapot.
Well, it won't much longer.
It won't last much longer if he swells up much more in a fuss, and then we'll have to scrape him off the ceiling.
You know, there's got to be something in the mashes to make it rise like that.
Yes.
Oh, it's like cinder tea.
Oh, it's not cinder tea. I shall go mad. I just know I shall go mad. Oh. But
What do we do with it?
what shall we do with it, Mrs. Ellis? What should we do?
Well, I've got an idea. Is the oven on?
I put it on for without.
Well, let's put the teapot and the casket in the oven.
Both bits?
Of course, both bits.
But I'll not have them cremated again.
Not cremated, Martha, baked.
Baked. Well, it's the same thing when our Sarah bakes. It always comes out black as that.
Well, do as it tells you. I'm the one who organizes things around here.
If you say so.
Yeah. Why don't you take one, why don't you take the other?
All right, you take one, I'll take the other. We'll go put him in the oven.
It is, Susan.
Put him in the oven.
Now let's just all sit down and try. It'll no doubt take a few minutes before Jacob and the dough will stop rising and getting out of hand, as it were.
And like quite a mess.
Oh, why was he put in the oven?
Now into his spaceship. And when they took him out, he started to grow and grow. And now he grew into a shapeless mass and he's all over London.
Oh my God, is he still there?
And we're on the telly.
I always turn the telly off when they've got the hoarders on and I go to bingo. I want to see through nighty the other night.
And a fat lot of good that'll do you.
Oh, well, you never know. I might have burglars. And besides, I'll wear my red flannel over it. Oh, what's this plan you've got, Mrs. Ellis?
Well, the vicarage is only a step up the street. So you take Jacob there.
Both bits?
Of course, both bits. You can't take half a body.
And then what?
Put them together.
Oh, I feel like a man that's sewn a woman in half and then can't remember how to put her joint back together again.
Well, you go with Martha to the vicar and tell him all about it and see what he says to do.
He'll say we're mad.
But we will be, this goes on.
And tell him about the sovereigns as well. If it's rightly Jacob's, then you can keep it without clear conscience. And if it's not, well, there's not they can do to Jacob now with him being gone.
Oh, that's true. That's true. He's gone.
Get a couple of oven mitts.
All right, both of you get a couple of oven mitts and go grab him. He smells kind of
Yeah,
done.
he smells like he's done, doesn't he? At least on the top.
Well, Jacob, we were always crusty. I baked it soft at the head.
We better
Now,
go ahead.
now is just half-baked and crusty. Dead in a loaf of bread.
We better put our coat on.
Don't sing that terrible song. I'll help you with your coat, Mrs.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, he's gonna burn you leaving much longer.
Well, he'll be fine. He's been burned once.
I suppose.
Okay. All right. Come on, Sarah, let's get our...
I'm right here.
Oh,
Sarah does get carried away, doesn't she?
They both do.
Grab the body and the caddy.
Did you get him, ladies?
Aye, we're coming.
We'll be proper about it. There.
Half a body in a cabin trying to get out. Half a body in a teapot coming out the spout.
Oh,
She really does get carried away.
little uncalled for. Oh.
I agree, it was most uncalled for on her part.
Yeah, so do I. Now, shall we have a cup of instant coffee until they come back with a teapot?
Oh, I'm having naught to do with that teapot from here on out. Oh, anyway, they're gonna have to crack it. They're not gonna be able to get him out otherwise.
Well, I'll go and get 3 cups.
Dost thou think Jacob's a Burgess?
Not of the sort. He's just trying to tell us something.
Oh, I wish he would get on with it without all this daft carrying about. It's nice to hear the barn singing at Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah, as long as they don't start in July.
Don't try to climb over to cul-de-sac. She'll break your necks. Sing us another verse and I'll give you an orange each.
We don't know another verse, Mrs. It's in the top 20.
Oh, we didn't need the top 20. How many of you are there?
4.
Here, catch.
I dropped one. I dropped 2.
Thank you. Yes, Merry Christmas.
Same to you, love. Merry Christmas. Oh. Hey, put some wood in the hole. The wind is coming straight off the board. Yeah. I'd like something to help warm me candles.
Oh, yes.
You know, there is one nice thing that's come with Jacob and all this carry-on.
What's that?
Oh, he's given me some friends. You and Mrs. Ellis and Sarah and Martha. I was right scared when I came here the first time. And even more scared the second time. But I've taken to dropping by and, you know, it's been good for me. I used to feel it being alone at Christmas.
Did you get a Christmas card from your grandson?
Oh, yes, I did. Oh, yes, I have to show you. It's a photo of the barn.
Oh, quite cute.
Oh, how adorable.
Oh, isn't he so bonny? It came from Australia. And I got a parcel of Australian food. It came by air. Oh, it must have cost a great deal of cash. You know, it seems that with all this with Jacob going on, I had something interesting to write about, and it made him write back. Jacob's done me a great bit of good.
Oh, how nice.
So I was thinking, would you all like to come to my New Year's party? Ring in the New Year with me.
Oh, I'd be glad to come.
Me too. It'd be good. It'd be a good Christmas, and with what the pounds we have due for the New Year, we ought to have a footing.
No, we don't know any men except Jacob. And we hope to be rid of him and him resting in peace by then. You know, they should be back pretty soon. The vicarage is just a step away.
I hope the vicar treats him kindly.
Oh, he will. He's an old sort. And going on 80 his, the vicar.
Oh, those that lives longest sees the most.
Okay, Sarah, take care there. Don't trip over them cul-de-sacs. Hey. Oh, they're always barking these shins on them socks. Oh. Well, sit you down, Sarah.
But we've had a miracle.
Yeah.
You have? What happened?
Well, it were like this, see?
Yeah, well, yes, well, we went to the vicar and we took the casket and the teapot and we told vicar all about it and all about the sovereigns and everything.
And he said our Jacob were a hero.
Yeah, and we knew naught about it.
As he was the pigeons, see?
The
Yeah.
pigeons, what do they have to do
They
with
were
it?
up in the loft. There was hundreds and hundreds of them.
Yeah, sit you down, Sarah, and I'll tell the story.
All
Well,
right,
it seems
you
like
tell it.
60 years ago, there was a fire at the mill. And Jacob and the other boys, they were down there helping to put it out. And the fire were going up the street toward the loft where everybody kept their pigeons.
And the wind was blowing, and it was snowing, and it were Christmas Eve, just the same.
Yeah. So Jacob, he wrapped a wet sack around his head, and he climbed up the ladder among all the flames, and he opened a window, and he let all the pigeons out, and they all flew away.
And then,
Jacob got all of his clothes.
No, he burnt his clothes and his hands, and it was all written up in the Pigeon Fancier's Weekly.
Yes.
And everybody sent him money, and that's where the money came from.
Hey, those were a miracle.
Well, we hadn't got to that yet.
No, that weren't the miracle. No. And then we the vicar, he dumped out the casket onto the bird table there, and then he broke the teapot and he put that bit on the bird table too, and then he blessed it, and then he said, "Rest in peace, Jacob Starkey." And then he kind of laughed and he said, "Ashes to ashes and crust to crust." And then, even though it was wind was blowing, out of nowhere came this big swarm of pigeons, and they flew down and they picked up all of the bits and flew away.
well, what did the vicar say?
Well, I don't really know. He said something about another miracle with Jacob and a ladder. And then he said, "Merry Christmas," and closed the door. And well, he asked us if we wanted the casket back, and we said no. And he said he'd keep it to put his baccy in. And so he said, "Merry Christmas," and we left.
And it will be a Merry Christmas. Jacob's gone, the casket's gone. No more having tea off the bangle in the kitchen. Merry Christmas.
And Jacob safely gone aloft.
Or into a pigeon loft.
Yes. Yeah. Anyhow, God bless thee, Jacob Starkey, wherever thou is.